Okay. I suppose we could. Anyways, guy, what's up? If you notice on the top left, that is indeed Star Rail. I just have it up, just so I can check on the server status. If I'm able to log in, then we switch to Star Rail, like effective immediately. Too many wishes? What does that mean? By the way, how much is too much? Because the answer is never, unless it is too much. Then we gotta see. Hey Casserole, what's up? So, just a general update of what I did. I did my dailies off screen, so that's that. So dailies are off the table, just so we could speed it up a little bit. Secondly, I use my resin, so Furina is now 688. I will not be farming the talent domain yet, or at least again until I get the pre-farm done, and or you know, it depends on the boss drops as well. Okay, so that's a lot. That's a lot. What did you do? What did you do? That's like my rent plus extra. Like, dude, what did you do? I mean, I know I'm crazy, but that's too crazy. You know? Regardless, we're just gonna start off with some daily farming. And I guess, to start off, we'll do ley lines. Actually, not ley lines. We'll just we'll do ores first. Then we'll do ley lines. Yeah, that is quite a bit. And that's putting it very lightly. I mean, likewise, but damn, dude. I respect it, but damn. Hey, Delta. That's good. We are currently doing some overworld farming before we move on to Furina's story quest. If you see in the top left corner, I do have Sorrow open at the same time, just so I can access the servers if they do go live.
Stabilize.
I mean, yeah, I get it, but damn, dude, that's just a lot. Yeah. Same. I know I'm just gonna go for Navia and a little bit of whichever is copies. If fingers crossed, she's on Navi's banner, but we'll see. $600? God dang, dude. That's a lot. That is a lot. I might also do a little bit of abyss testing as well. Just going off all over the place. Does anyone know when the patch is over? Estimated 5 hours. We should have like about 2 hours, 30-ish minutes left. It's similar to Genshin. It's like 5 hours from initial start time. So, if you're banking on it ending early, don't. Just always assume full hours.
Solidify.
If they do end early, great. And that's that, but still. It's always best to assume the worst. Because in HSR, I still have my Memory of Chaos to do. That's like another Spiral Abyss stuff. Some dude named Rocky attacking. Yeah, no problem. If you could, once again, if you can see in the corner, I have a Star Rail open. So, I'm ready to go, pretty much.
Stabilize.
Furina. I mean, fair. Both are very anticipated characters. Although for Navia, not so much. Because she is Geo. And even though Geo mains are rejoicing, they haven't had a good comeback in a bit. I wish, I hope they do. I hope they do. I want to play with something. Oh, right. I forgot I could do this, but give me a second.
Well, since you asked so nicely.
Oh, is it like a local legends kind of thing? I was about to ask.
Don't be scared! Shadow Raven! Emerge! Right here! Headlining Echo and Song! Don't get it, Uruguay!
Ooh, that's funny. I forgot about the Hyper Bloom variants. But AFK Hyper Bloom is hilarious. That's awesome. Well, AFK, like Animal or like Pokemon Team Hyper Bloom. That is funny. I wasn't expecting it, but here we are. And we're gonna keep doing it. I'm not ready for the 4.3 program either. I am nervous. Also nervous for well, literally coming in 2 hours. I don't want to have to dump anything. I'm guaranteed, yes, but I'd rather not. Best of luck, Delta. Alright.
Midnight Phantasm.
Right now. Right here. Right now. Odds revealed by... Let the world collide! Uruguay, you're up! Ready, go!
Nice. Oh, I think I saw some memes actually of that gentleman in YouTube. Yeah, I did actually. Now that you mention it. Let's go ahead, farm Sumeru's ores. Oh, yeah, I haven't run into him yet, since I don't know where he is on the map. I assume it's like a new area. Like somewhere in the new area. Because I'm going to be farming some materials over there eventually. He's in the forest? Gotcha. Your most expensive patch. Gotcha. I feel that. That's gonna be... It feels like it's gonna be mine too. But that's why I'm hoping that I can just save for this patch and hope for the best on 4.3. Somewhere in Willow Weeping. Okay. I mean, I'd love to fight him. For sure. Because I wanted to try out some new team comps with Furina. Oof. I don't know where you're getting these funds of. Where I don't know how you or where you're getting these funds from, but can you share some? And if it's staff's credit card, send the details. I'm kidding, by the way. Ty needs her card more than me.
Solidify.
Oh God, Edwin. I'd rather not come to that. I see. Oh, and Star Rail, yeah. Oh, brother. Hopefully after a Huahua, I don't have to do anything. Just relax. Silver Wolf before Navia. Gotcha. I'm glad I don't have to deal with that decision. Thankfully. Silver Wolf is excellent for
Happy to oblige.
like beginner teams along the quantum.
Stabilize.
Please.
Happy to oblige.
Time to go.
And hopefully 4.4 allows me to relax too.
Time to go.
That's all I'm hoping for. Just a relaxing 4.4. This 4.2 into 4.3 is going to kill me. And always. It's going to absolutely tear me apart. Alright, so let's do the ley lines here. Where are they? Oh. Still gonna bring that AFK Hyper Bloom. That's pretty funny. Yeah, imagine. Right? That'd be hilarious. Just be like, oh wait, Mr. Tai Battle stop spending its star rail. We're gonna speed up Fushuan by like several patches. Make her first phase. Probably keep a tabs on your spending habits. Oh man. I swear it feels like that sometimes.
As you wish, main foiler.
Emerge. Let my name echo in song.
Nice. Good. Yeah, I'm... Ooh, we've been haunted. Hey, stuff. If you notice the little star rail on the top left, that's my actual game. I have it up just to check on servers. Like, I'm going to check in the next 2 hours, or maybe an hour, if there's any change for whatever reason.
By royal right now. Stay put. Let the world come alive. Don't get it this way.
This isn't good.
Yeah, I'm actually also testing out this, Pokemon team of Hyper Bloom. It is funny, to say the least, just to see everything explode. I might do like a Spiral Abyss run before we do Furina, story quest, because I'm curious to see how it would go. Yeah, Sim Universe is a growing pain. You'll get used to it very quickly once you get to higher levels in your skill tree. Oh, oh, that would be nice, but we have to see. Yeah, because Jenny built up a lot of pity, so that's why. She's like close to like soft pity. Yeah, close to soft pity. So she's giving us the good graces of a head start. Pretty sure I have like 4 or 5 multi, at least 4. Probably 5 multis depending on the 4-star dupes. Yeah, I think she's like 50 in. My pity is at 2. But what's the guarantee? It should be okay. You know? And weekly is nice. Are you going to be doing the normal? Or... I forgot if you completed the story. Because I'm starting to warm up to it. Even though it is a little bit easy for me.
Stay Stabilize.
Win standard before full fall. Got it. Best of luck.
Make my
You're missing Yanqing and Bai. Are you? Or are you missing specific?
Gather.
I don't even remember anymore. Have this back. Oh, you're free to play.
Are you here?
Gotcha. Xingqiu. Yeah. Right, you have to get those. Once again, you need to complete
Solidify.
Trailblazer quest, aka like the Archon quest, before you can access Yukon. So I think it's only like the first part, and that's that. Free to pay? Oh, brother. Yeah. Like, speaking of, I have E6 of both of those.
Stabilize.
Qingqiu, due to... I forget which banner, but I eventually got her to E6. Yukon, I got E6 during Ill's run. So she's an excellent support for Imaginary. Hopefully the new planar set can help with that. Fingers crossed and all. And I think today I'll forego the artifact route. It would just take too long. Yeah, I'll just forego the route. You will get her E2. Nice. Best of luck. Ah, Steph throwing down the challenge, I see. Will Ty stick to the E2 or the E6? Or the double E6? Will the prophecy be fulfilled?
You play. Shadow Raven. Let emerge. Right here. Emerge.
Guess it do be like that, huh? I might actually go back to Fontaine, do some world boss runs if I reach 80. Damn, everyone capping on time tonight. And Wolf. Truly do be like that.
Right here. Emerge. Oz, reveal thyself. Right here. Right now. Right here.
Okay. Those are both of those. I'm actually gonna check on Star Rail real quick. See if they have any need text.
No problem. Take your time. Bye.
I mean, I don't think there should be anything. Let's just check. Yep. Maintenance. Check over. To Alright. I'll check in another like 15 minutes. Oh, that's a little too early. I'll check again at night. During the Furina story quest, I'll turn off the screen. Actually, forgot to do Sumerus. Did I? Oh, I did. Oh, I did. We'll just do ley lines. I'll forego the ores. Too much of them anyway.
Emerge, right here. Let my name echo in song! Hey, go away! Here to play with me. Let me amuse myself a little. Just once more.
Voting for Jingyuan? Yeah, I gotcha. Honkai update is today. Yes. We are in the maintenance period. For now. It does, yeah.
As you wish, Link for life.
Right now, right here. Emerge. Let the world come alive! Right here. Emerge. Shadow Raven. Stay put.
I'm gonna try some of this. The enemies die too quickly. I think it's come alive, actually. I'm curious. I think it's collide, but it should be come alive.
Let the world come alive!
It is come alive. Had a feeling. Huh. I honestly thought it was collide as well. But come alive makes more sense. Yeah.
By royal decree. Right now, emerge. Right here, right now. Wings of darkness, come. Strike a pose.
Oh, that guy thought he was still alive. Yeah, that's the trap, I think, for people who don't have Locha. It's you need to figure out what was sustain. And if the sustain is good, well, we're all screwed. If Locha comes next. Technically, yes. By the way she plays, she's going to be SP neutral, while Locha allows some teams to be SP positive since he has emergency healing, and when his field is up, provides healing for the entire team. So it is situational, but we gotta see.
Right here. Oh, emerge. Time to shine.
Thanks. Yeah, I kind of want to try this team in Abyss, actually. Let's do that. And I guess there is... yeah, let's try it. I'm super curious. Before we go into the story. Furina. Official. Yai. First half. We bring in. Must be fine. Yeah, she does a little bit of everything. So very curious to see how she'll play. Very, very curious.
Wind strike. Clouds high. The birds.
Solidify!
You can run. Can't.
Silence! Let the mighty be humbled! Gather! Order guide you! Stabilize! Bow your head. The tide is beckoning. Settle down!
Riptide.
Bow your head.
Yeah, abundance with some attack boosting is always nice to have.
Strike a pop. Right now, emerge. I'm always watching. Right now, emerge. Right now. Let my name echo in song. Go get it, you Gray. Don't be scared. Shower me with strength. Midnight Shadow Raven, Black Knight Bolt. Let my name echo in song. Emerge, right here. Emerge. Nothing lasts forever. Right now. Emerge, right here. You, Blade, you're up. Go get it, you, Blade.
I might need a better team for first half if I want to run this. Yeah, maybe a better team. Wonder what team. Hey, Shy Knight, what's up? And Kazuha? Kazuha's maximum damage bonus, if you get him at like 1,000, at least minimum, he gives 40%. If you get Furina's talent, her current level at level 8 is it's like times 300 for the full effect. So 300 times 0.21. 63. She gives 63% bonus damage at least. At level 8, at level 10, it's 75% bonus damage. This is for the entire team, as long as the burst is up. As long as she's draining HP, the burst is up, you get full stacks. It's just instantaneous 75% damage for the entire team. Max level 10. Not including constellations, not including level ups from said constellations. At C1, it gets increased to 400 cap, so that makes it a 100% damage boost. C2 allows you to get the stacks faster. C3 increases the ultimate level, which then increases the amount of damage boost, which is like 120-ish% at that point. It's just insane. So, she's crazy, yeah, say the least. I think let's go Al-Haytham DPS. I haven't used him in a bit. Yeah, let's go Al-Haytham first half. We'll use double, like, Quick Bloom, Hyper Bloom. Shenanigans. We bring Furina. So, yeah. Furina's Kokomi Yelan Kazuha. Oh, I know, Shy. I actually used DPS Kokomi. It is hilarious. Very fun too. Yeah, I think we go for Hyper Bloom. So quick. Not everyone at 90. Still got some 80s left over. I'm out of books. So after I'm done doing some farming, I'm gonna farm ley lines. But yeah, this is boredom in its prime form. Pretty much. Yeah, I'll do Al-Haytham. Doesn't matter which character you have equipped. Yes, it does. If it's the same energy particle as your on-field character, you gain more energy. If it's like neutral, like if it's not your main character's element, you gain a neutral amount of energy. And then it depends if it's a big particle or a small particle. There's a whole bunch of theory. But yeah. Short answer, just yes.
Quietly now. Here comes the catch.
The process of elimination.
Here you are. How bold.
Grow. Share
go.
my knowledge.
Gotcha. Busted. Game's up. Fun's over.
Lightning purified.
Scatter.
Hey, Mizzy, what's up?
Strike a pop.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Emerge right now. I'm always watching. Right here. Time to shine. Ready, go! Wings of darkness. Emerge right now. Emerge. Let my name echo in song. Go get it, you Grace!
As you wish, main foil.
Right here. Emerge. Right here. Shower me with praise. Let the world come alive. Nothing lasts forever. Right now. Right here. Emerge. Hey, go away. Don't be scared. Midnight Phantasmagoria. Let my name echo in song. Right here, right now. A sight to behold. Emerge. Strike a pose. Time to shine.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Right here. Emerge. I summon thee. Right now. Right here. Stay put. Nothing lasts forever.
See you later, Victor. Oh, sorry. I was looking at stuff. Oh yeah. It's always a process for Abyss. On the earlier floors. Because I saw that, because like in terms of like Abyss teams for Furina, I saw that team on my recommended page on YouTube. It's like, I want to try that because that looks fun. And it is. It's a classic Hyper Boom team, but it's doing stuff is insane.
I see everything.
Quietly now.
This may hurt a little. Yeah. The Temple of Wisdom.
Here comes the catch.
Our bond is strong. Everyone hold hands.
Busted. Quietly now.
Stand with me.
A process of elimination.
There we go. It's been a bit since I've played Alhazen, but he feels a lot nicer. Well, he's always the same.
Emerge. Right now. Right here. Let the world collide! Go get him, you gray! Emerge. Yoo-hoo! Let my name echo in song! Don't be scared! A sight to behold. Ready, go! Wings of darkness! Ugh. So much eternity.
God damn it. I'll try it again. Should have expected it since I don't have a shielder. If I had a shielder for second half, it'd be easier. Whatever.
Hey! Gotcha. The bond is strong.
Here you are.
Busted. Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over.
Make yourselves at home. Dissipate.
No.
How bold.
Both annoying. But okay. Jingle jangle. Alright.
Time to shine.
Midnight Phantasm.
Right here. Emerge. Go get him, you gray! Hit! It's okay, I'm fine. Strike a pose! Let the world collide!
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Right now. Right here. Emerge. Hey, go away! You gray, you're up! Right here. I'm always watching. Emerge. Right now. Right here. Shower me with praise!
Much
Time to
better.
shine!
Hey, Portia.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
What's up?
Let the world collide! Midnight Phantasma! Don't be scared!
Watch out. Yeah, a little annoying, but doable. You just have to not dive in all the time. But okay. Not bad. Yeah, I just wanted to take these teams in Abyss for fun before we do Furina quest. So this should be
Minute to memory.
Quietly now. Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Lightning terrified! Share my knowledge!
Scatter.
Mercy! This body belongs to ice.
Flicker.
How inconsiderate of you.
Watch your footing.
Busted. Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over.
I see everything. Make yourselves at home.
The process of elimination.
I'll hit them is as usual. Crafting Fontaine weapon? Oh, you mean Flung Purity? I already have it. Or are you talking about to someone else? Oh yeah, to Portia? Yeah, yeah. Or... Oh, you mean the spear? Yeah, it's not bad for her either. Very good. Very, very good. Alright. This one...
Yoo-hoo! Odds reveal. Emerge right now. Ha! Ha! Stay put. Strike a pop. Wings of darkness. Right here, right now. Emerge. Time to shine. Nothing lasts forever. Right now, right here. Hey, go away! You, ha! Oh, ha! 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 Let my name echo in song. Midnight Phantasm. Emerge right now, right here. Don't be scared. Go get him, you Gray.
Yeah, this seems pretty fun for Hyper Bloom. Pretty fun. The knockups are annoying though. Probably would prefer Baishu here in place of Yao Yao, but yeah, it is what it is. The summons are just like so good for versatility. Alright. That's all I wanted to do. Yeah, it's a really fun team. I think in this case, we're going to be lore accurate.
This world is full of...
Yes, Traveler, this world. And now for the piece de resistance. I know I'm going out of order, but we're unlocking Furina first. Yeah, for story quest purposes. We'll be fine. It gives me a challenge anyway. Or else I just KO everything. Alright, let's hide the HSR screen. Since I want it to be visually stunning.
Hey, Catherine, it's us. Got any new commissions? Specifically one with a huge more attack, perhaps? Paimon's just being enthusiastic. We're old friends now, she gets it.
It's always a pleasure to see our two most avid adventurers again. Looking for the next challenge, I see. Actually, we do in fact have a rather urgent commission that is still open. Having read the details, however, I don't believe you'd consider it to be lucrative.
Don't worry about that. We were just kidding. So what's the situation?
To put it simply, the requester is looking for a temporary replacement actress for their musical. The original cast member ran into some issues, and is currently unable to perform the role. But the troupe has also been experiencing some financial difficulties, so unfortunately they cannot afford to pay the replacement actress.
That does sound like a tricky situation. So basically they're looking for a volunteer?
That's right. Our adventurers reached out to many actresses, but none of them were willing to take the job. There are only a few days left until the performance. If they can't find someone in time, they'll probably have to postpone the show. And delays tend to create all sorts of new problems.
Got it. Oh, this one's a doozy. What do you think, Traveler? Any ideas? Even if we took the commission, neither of us have any experience starring in musicals.
If you're interested in helping, why not start by having a chat with the requester? He's right over there. Maybe you can't fill the role yourselves, but you might be able to help him figure out another solution. Maybe there's something he hasn't thought of.
Oh, it's that guy, huh? No wonder, he looks like he just ate a sour lemon. Paimon approves, let's go! Hello there, are you the guy looking for a new actress?
Wait, I know you two. Are you really willing to act in my musical?
Wow, sounds like we're pretty famous in Fontaine already. But to answer your question, neither of us have any experience in musicals. But we heard that you're in a bit of a bind, so we figured we could at least try to help you think of a solution.
Ah, I see. It's okay. I knew that asking for a volunteer was a long shot. If we can't find someone to step in, we'll have no choice but to cancel the show. It would be such a shame. That's the thing. We're not some high-profile theater troupe, just a group of amateur enthusiasts. All our sets and props are very crude. We're grateful enough just to get an audience, never mind ticket fees. If we had a way to make this profitable, things might have turned out differently. But now, it looks inevitable that we'll disband.
Disband? You're splitting up the troupe?
Oh, I guess the lady at the Adventurers Guild didn't tell you? Yeah, this is supposed to be our final show together as a troupe. One last show. And after that, we go our separate ways. So we were really hoping to end on a high note. Nobody wants things to just fizzle out. Not after all the time and effort we've invested into it.
Catherine mentioned that one of your actresses can't make it.
Yeah, the leading lady, in fact. She's been dealing with a chronic illness ever since childhood, and unfortunately,
Always
it
the
flared up
illness.
again recently. It really drains all her energy, so she's in no state to perform. The show just won't be the same without
Always
her.
the illness.
But for everyone else's sake, I still hope we can find a way to hold the performance on schedule.
Got it. We have a clearer picture now. Let's see if we can come up with any ideas. What if we sponsored the show? Traveler, how much more are you carrying?
Please, there's no need to go that far. I wouldn't feel right asking such a huge favor, and I can't promise that we'd ever be able to pay you back.
War is not the biggest problem.
Good point. If the actress just goes through the motions for the Mora, that's not exactly rescuing the show. We should find someone who will put on the best performance possible. Oh, wait! What about... you know who?
Great minds think alike.
That's how you know we're the best of partners. Anyway, she should have all the free time in the world right now. She's really good at performing, and she was once super popular with the crowd. Performing in a musical should be a piece of cake for her.
Who are you thinking of? Sounds like someone famous.
Furina.
Her? You're... That was a joke, right?
Nope. Paimon doesn't actually know if she's performed on stage before, but Paimon's pretty confident that she'd be really good at it.
Yep, finished all of our conquests.
You're not wrong there. She has actually performed in a number of big-name shows before.
Hold
They
on.
were one of the reasons she was so popular.
That's why I'm doing this quest.
Even if she's no longer the Hydro Archon, it's not like she's suddenly a commoner. She's still an idol to many people in Fontaine, including myself. I just think Lady Furina might feel a bit out of place in an amateur troupe like ours. Well, yes, but... Fair enough. I mean, if she was actually willing to, then of course I'd be honored to have Lady Furina star in our show. I'm sure the rest of the troupe would be delighted too. I'm sure everyone in our troupe has probably dreamt of performing on stage with her one day. Of course, it all depends on whether she's
I
interested.
didn't end well.
She might consider this opportunity beneath her.
No point in stressing about that. We'll only know if we ask
Because I
her.
haven't played Adventure Quest.
And besides, things are different now. There's no reason for her to be all high and mighty anymore.
Thank you for your help. I guess I'll just stay here and wait for the good news. Good luck.
Wait, where does Furina actually live nowadays? She used to live in luxury at the Palais Mermonia, but she's, moved out, right?
As it happens, I have her current address here. I can provide it to you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Catherine.
When did you get here?
I came over when things were starting to sound more promising. I thought I should be at the ready in case my assistance is needed. It is my duty to support commissioners in any way I can.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Well, now that we've got the address, we'll go find Furina. Back in a jiffy.
Furina's story quest? Nice. Little Oceanid. I know they pronounce it Oceanid, but it's Oceanid to me. Always. No matter what. Oh, is it really by here? Interesting.
Did Catherine really give us the right address? She lives here? Not that there's anything wrong with this place. It's just, a bit of a step down from the Palais Marmonia.
Mhm.
You know, it's common courtesy to make sure the homeowner isn't in earshot when you're denigrating their abode.
Through that.
Okay, when did popping out of thin air become all the rage? First Catherine and now you?
I was just out on a shopping trip. I ran out of macaroni, so I went to grab a few more bags.
Macaroni.
I used to have a much wider range of choices when it came to food. But now I'm finding that simple, traditional home cooking can be quite delicious too.
Replace macaroni with ramen, and that's me in college.
Not at all. As long as you have different kinds of sauces in, you can have macaroni and tomato sauce one week, macaroni and bolognese the next.
Oh, sounds like you're really struggling to cope.
Is it because you have to do all your own cooking now?
How rude. Questioning my cooking skills. The audacity. It's not like I have a very eventful life these days. Actually, I barely leave the house. So I don't see how it's unusual that my meals are a little simpler now too.
I think it's still, the 500 years of being cursed that's making you not leave the house. So, let's fix that, shall we? Alright.
Besides, I'm sure I could master dishes like la lettre faucilor or blubber profiteroles in no time, if I felt so inclined.
Ah, there it is. You don't know how to cook.
Not yet, maybe, but... Anyway, what are you even doing here? I do hope you didn't come here just to ogle at my fall from grace. Let me first be clear that I'm not taking guests at this time. So if you're just here to clown around, then please be on your way. Shoo!
Sorry! We're sorry! Please don't be mad! Yeah, exactly! What the Traveler said! Paimon wasn't trying to make fun of you. Hang on a sec, you weren't exactly holding back either.
My help? Well, maybe you're forgetting that I'm no longer the mighty Hydro Archon. I don't even have a vision, you know.
Don't worry, it's nothing that serious. It's just very specific, and you're the one with the power to help.
Oh? Well, if that's the case, then fine. I'll spare you the lecture about your attitude just now. So
I
tell
love her
me,
already.
what specifically makes this matter so specific? I see. I knew you couldn't have come all this way just to amuse yourselves at my expense. After all, I was once the brightest star in all of Fontaine, well versed in all the various performing arts. A mere musical is well within my capabilities.
Yeah, it's a little odd.
But given the present circumstances,
But
I'm afraid I must regretfully decline your casting request.
How come? It sounds like this would be a breeze for you.
True, but I have made a decision to retire from the stage. Although I am no longer required to play the role of the Hydro Archon, the time I spent inhabiting that
more
character
human? She is
has
human.
left an indelible mark on me.
But still.
Centuries of pretending to be a different person changes you completely. I'm not the same person I once was.
Yeah.
Of course, that can't be undone now. It's too late, and I have no intention of reinventing myself all over again. But at least I can say that I no longer desire to play any new roles.
Paimon can understand.
You
But
can.
this is just a one-off part to fill in for someone who's sick. Surely that's okay.
You're phrasing,
Whether it's
Paimon.
a one-off or not, it's a boundary that I've committed to no longer cross. If I make an exception to the rule now, I'm just leaving a back door for myself, which would be the same as not having a boundary in the first place. So I'm not going to perform.
I do.
And that
Yes,
is that.
R5. Not leveled,
Okay,
so.
guess there's no convincing you. Well, is there anything else we can do to help out the troupe? Otherwise, they'll just have to disband without any fanfare. Do you know any other actors who might be interested in the role?
Nope.
Short and to the point. Okay.
I've never been great at maintaining relationships. Besides, anyone I've ever worked with probably couldn't wait to get rid of me.
Man. I'm gonna bake you a lot of cakes, Fossilor. If we get the Fontanian teapot, I'm going to cut down the entire forest. I'm going to make sure all the ores are excavated. I'm going to build you your own palace. You'll have a room. Nivelette to one side. You in the center. We'll have a guest on the other. We'll give you all the cakes. Okay? Okay. Continue.
Since I'm just an ordinary person now, they'll probably just laugh in my face if I go asking them for help. True, but I mean, could you even blame them? I show up out of the blue, begging and groveling for their help with a show they won't even get paid for? Ooh, no way. I'm
Kinda
dying
does,
from
Missy.
embarrassment just thinking about it. Nope, not happening.
Well, is there anything else we can do? This performance really means a lot to the guy we're working for.
Have I not made myself clear? You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't want this job, nor do I know of anyone else who would. Sorry. I didn't mean for that to sound so harsh. I wish I could help, really. But if I thought I had the answer to this problem, I would have said so by now.
It's all right, Furina. Paimon just wanted to make sure we tried everything. Oh, everyone in the troupe will be so disappointed.
Let's try to come up with a plan B.
Yeah, I guess that's all we can do now. All right, then. We'll see you around, Furina.
Toodaloo.
Jing Liu.
Toot. I'm going home to take a rest now.
I know that's supposed to be Jing Liu, but it's fine. Can we visit her house? Nope. Wait, hang on. Imagine, right? Hang on. Oh, Fossilor. Oh, Hydra Archon. Oh, Hydra Archon. Let down your hair. I'm kidding. So that we can enter your humble abode.
It's too bad, but we have to respect Furina's decision.
Imagine if we could do that.
Maybe the thought of performing brings up too many painful memories now.
I mean, technically, she were in her Numa form, maybe. But still.
Huh? What's going on? Are they arguing?
That's besides the point. I'll ask you again. Why did you start looking for a replacement without my consent? When did I tell you I'm going to take a step back?
You didn't need to say it. We've known each other for how long now? We know the signs. But you never tell us about your illness, even when it's clearly flaring up.
And that
Yeah.
gives you the right to make a decision on my behalf?
I mean, Traveler is about the same
Shortly
age.
after you left, the troupe's lead actress came to the Adventurers Guild. She believes that she's healthy enough to perform. Excuse me, but can you both take a moment to discuss something else for now? The adventurer assigned to your commission has returned.
Sorry, I was just dealing with a little misunderstanding. So, how did your conversation with Furina go?
Sadly, it's a no from her. We tried to persuade her, but she wasn't having it. She doesn't want to play the role for personal reasons.
I see. Well, circumstances have changed a little, so maybe that's not such bad news after all. You see, our leading lady has just informed me that she's well enough to make it to the show after all. Staging the musical with the full original cast was always the dream, of course.
Oh, right! Sounds like everything worked itself out then. Yeah, she'd be livid. We'd get the scolding of a lifetime.
Jeez, is Lady Furina really so harsh with people?
Only joking, calm down. So, guess we can consider this case closed now, huh?
This is only just beginning.
Despite the fact that we failed to complete the commission, we were still racking our brains for ideas on the way back here.
Look, there's no point arguing with you about this anymore. You've made yourself very clear, so I'll stop looking for a replacement. This is the last chance we have, though. If your illness flares up again, there won't be time to find anyone to replace you. So, are you absolutely sure you'll be able to handle it? The whole team is putting everything they have into this final performance. We have to make sure it goes ahead.
Yes, I'm completely confident. I've been taking a new medication from the doctor, and it's working brilliantly. I'll definitely be able to tough it out until the performance day. I share everyone's desire to commemorate all our years as a troupe with a proper farewell show. So the last thing I want is to be left out. Every one of us thinks of this troupe as their home, myself included.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Do they
I
ever
myself get
treat
you
High
worried
Girl,
about the
Best
show.
Girl better?
I should have asked for your
Furina?
permission first.
We have to figure it out.
All's well that ends well. Sounds like the show will go on.
Wait a second.
Sure.
Or are you talking? Oh, there she is. Hello, Miss Furina. Oh,
Hey, how did you... I was just passing by because I realized I forgot a couple of items on my shopping list.
the best actress in Fontaine. Terrible acting here. Come on.
Alright, I'm coming. No need to drag me.
Aw, she cares.
Ahem. Hello, one and all. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation just now.
Aw, she cares deeply inside. But, 500 years of literal torment. Fair enough.
Furina? Didn't you say you were gonna take a rest at home? What are you doing here?
I was just ever so slightly concerned about the situation you mentioned. Yes, a teensy bit concerned. That's all.
Just a
When you came
teensy
to
bit.
talk with me
Uh-huh.
earlier, I jumped right to explaining my position and said some strongly worded things. And all before I even had a full grasp of the situation. Anyway, I just feel a bit bad about how it went down. I'm sorry, Paimon.
Oh, it's totally fine. Paimon didn't take any of that personally.
Then why didn't you just show yourself?
You really have a knack for asking the most uncomfortable questions, don't you?
We are professionals, Furina, in this field. Absolute professionals. Thank you very much.
I felt very sheepish, having had a change of heart after flatly refusing you. And then, to make matters worse, you caught me. But in any case, it sounds like the issue has already been resolved.
Yeah. When they said they were gonna ask for your help, I almost had a heart attack. I mean, how could we be worthy of having Lady Furina star in our show?
There's no need to think like that. And no need to keep addressing me as lady. Just Furina is fine. I was wondering, if this troupe is so important to all of you, why does it have to disband? If the difficulties are purely financial, then there must be a solution. You could put the shows on pause while you look for a sponsor, for instance. Everyone seems so devoted to the troupe. I'm sure if you keep chipping away, you'll find a way through.
We all want to believe that, but some things are just beyond our control. everything's been going downhill ever since we lost our director. She was the heart and soul of our troupe. She kept us going.
Her name was O'Reilly, and she was the founder as well as the artistic director of our troupe. And tragically, she was a victim in this serial disappearances case.
What?
That's actually how I recognized these two. It was all thanks to their efforts that the true culprit was brought to justice. But still, no sentence can bring our director back to us.
She was a loyal fan of your performances, Miss Furina. They were what first inspired her to get into musical theater. She rallied many people around her who were destitute or had lost their sense of purpose in life, and convinced them to join her troupe. She wrote her own scripts, acted on stage, and mentored each and every one of us. People loved our performances back then. We seemed to be going from strength to strength. Things were really looking up for us.
And then disaster struck.
Yeah. After that, the entire troupe fell into disarray. None of us know anything about script writing, let alone how to handle the business side of things. We've been doing the best we can. But despite our efforts, things are slowly but surely falling apart. It's agonizing. But ultimately, we'd rather end things now on our own terms than stick it out to the bitter end and watch all our dreams turn to dust.
This resonates with her. This resonates with Furina entirely.
What a terrible waste. A gifted artist from humble beginnings who achieved so much and no doubt had much more to give. And then her life was so cruelly taken. I suppose it's fair to say then that this final show, besides being your farewell to the stage, is also your final gift for her?
Yes, exactly. We all miss her terribly.
Well, good thing I followed the traveler here. After hearing this tragic tale, I can no longer stand by and do nothing.
Furina.
I know what you're thinking, but I by no means plan to cross the boundary I've set for myself. Besides, they're no longer looking for a replacement anyway. I can, however, provide some artistic guidance from the vantage point of a highly experienced audience member. But only if you feel this is something that would help, of course.
Oh, most definitely. We'll take any guidance that you can give.
We unfortunately don't have any budget for a consultant, though. Will that be a problem?
I don't need any compensation. All I'd ask in return, if you're willing, is that you tell me some more about the life and work of your late director. Something I've begun to realize since my departure from the Opera Epiclese is that there's a lot you don't see when you observe everything from on high. The law only judges criminal behavior and does not weigh human emotion. The court's verdict can settle the question of criminal liability, but what about all the unresolved emotions of the parties involved? What happens to them? An interesting answer. But if you ask me, I think all emotion shall ultimately return home to the heart and slowly settle with the passage of time. Take, par exemple, how this troupe pines for their late director. Things such as this I have never witnessed before, and so I should like to observe, perchance to understand.
Ah, still a fan of your old dramatic monologues then, huh? You just want to get back in on the action, don't you?
Hi, Mom.
No. This is a completely different situation. Pearls before swine.
Etiquette, please.
The name's not Swine, it's Paimon!
Would you be willing to join me? Come on, take a break from adventuring to listen to a story.
Thank you all so much. Our director was a huge fan of Miss Furina's performances, as of course we all are. Alright, follow me. We'll go to our usual practice space. Please excuse the size. It's a little on the smaller side.
Alright. War accuracy.
Witness my magnificence!
we could walk with Furina, that would have been nice. Starring. Still chugging along. Yeah, I'll check in the next 18 minutes at least. Hopefully we can finish this before then. If not, we'll pause and go to Star Rail.
Lady Furina?
What's Lady Furina doing here?
Hello all. Allow me to explain. As of today, Lady... Miss Furina will be supporting our production of The Little Oceanid in the role of artistic consultant. These two over here are the ones that made it possible. They kindly reached out to Miss Furina on our behalf. I'm sure they need no introduction.
You bet! That was the trial of the century!
You helped bring our director's murderer to justice. We can't thank you enough.
Oh, please don't mention it. We're just here to join in on the fun.
So, you were saying The Little Oceanid?
Yeah, that's the name of our final show. It's an unfinished script left behind by our director. One of our greatest regrets is that she never got to complete it. So, if we can bring it to the stage and make it a successful show, we can all take some solace in that.
Wait, but if it's not finished, then...
Yeah, we've been battling issues on every front trying to realize this dream. Anyway, let me give you a quick summary of what the story's all about. The protagonist of the story is a young Oceanid who transforms herself into human form, despite the protests of her family. She longed to live just like any other human, and sure enough, she found friendship and even love. Everything seemed perfect. But one day, her true identity was exposed, and her world came crashing down around her.
Oh boy.
So far, so good. A classic tale. What happened after that?
That's one of the issues we've been trying to deal with. Unfortunately, this was as far as the director got with her script. We need a proper ending so we can bring this musical to the stage. But people have different opinions on which direction to take it in.
We still haven't decided between a happy ending or a true-to-life tragedy.
By true to life, you mean the director's sudden disappearance?
Yeah, like they say, truth is stranger than fiction. But then there's the question of whether we really want to use the stage to pass our raw pain onto the audience.
Exactly. A lot of the time, people come to watch a show just hoping for some light entertainment. We have to consider their emotional stake in this, not just our own. And one last thing. We're still waiting on confirmation from two of our main actors. The first is Paulo, who plays the protagonist's lover. He's locked himself away to focus on writing an ending for the script. But the deadline's passed, and we still haven't heard from him.
Uh-oh.
The other is Villemont, who plays the main antagonist. He took the director's death pretty hard. Hasn't set foot in the city since. He did write to us, promising that he'll be there for the final performance, but we haven't seen or heard from him since. So we're not really sure what to make of that.
Huh. Although, now that we have Miss Furina helping us, maybe we should take the opportunity to get everyone back together.
What opportunity? What do you mean?
Maybe you're unaware, but your name has always been like a rallying cry for us.
Our director was constantly singing your praises. All of us look up to you as a role model.
Oh, stop! You're making me all flustered. Although, not in a bad way.
Remember, it can be 12 minutes or an hour.
Their feet is that they have their doubts about whether the show will really go ahead, considering all the issues you've been facing. But one by one,
Most likely
all the
the hour.
obstacles are being removed. Now is the time to rally the troops.
Makes sense. Okay, priority number 1. Let's check in with Paulo and see where he's at with the ending.
It's the same as
He went back
Genshin
to Poisson a
updates.
few days ago.
5
Said that
hours
staying in a
minimum.
friend's home might help him to relax and escape the feeling of isolation.
I thought the last thing his friend would want right now would be to take visitors, given that Poisson was flooded not too long ago. But I guess it's the opposite. A friend in need and all that.
Yeah, maybe he could use some company.
Poisson.
It's okay, Furina. It wasn't your fault.
Nothing. I suppose my presence will be indispensable if we are to restore his faith in the show. So, allons-y. To Poisson!
Alright, people. Song. Ooh. Baguette. And many more words like that. Oh boy. We're just going to take the gliding route. Because in this case, gliding is faster. As Fenty would say.
If I remember correctly, this is where he's staying.
Mm-hmm.
Who is it?
It's me. Is the script ready?
You came all the way here for that?
All right. Forget that for now. Just come on out. We've got some great news.
Nice try. Look, just give me some time, okay? I'm just wrapping up this last part of the script. I'll be out once I'm done.
Okay then. Looking forward to your masterpiece.
Oh boy.
So, as expected, he's missed the deadline.
The ending is one of the most important parts of the show. Even once he's done, it isn't final until we've all had the chance to read through and make sure we agree on it.
Someone told me they'd just seen you in Poisson. I assumed it was a case of mistaken identity, but sure enough, here you are. And Furina, too.
I was wondering if we might run into her.
So, you're here for Paolo? Looks like he could be a while, so feel free to take a stroll around town in the meantime. I've made all the arrangements already.
Oh, it's okay.
Who
We can
would
just wait.
Thank
Travel
you for
with?
being so considerate, Miss Navia. That sounds wonderful. We'll take that stroll. Get over here, you! How oblivious are you?
How are things in Poisson now? Any better?
Things are on the mend, but it's a slow process. Some people may never recover from the trauma they experienced.
Yeah,
I'm
here's the sadness.
Sorry to hear that. I
Here it
wish there was something I could do.
Please, must our conversations take such a depressing turn every time we meet? We all have painful memories, but we don't have to let them cloud everything we do. And if you're trying to make a new start, perhaps it's best if you don't bring up the past all the time.
Thank you for your words of comfort. You make a very good point. But for now, at least, I think I should stay with the way I'm feeling for a while longer.
It's okay. These things take time. Moving on from a painful experience is easier said than done. Which brings me to why I'm here. I thought you should probably know that not everyone here is ready to forgive and forget after the Hydro Archon's inaction in the face of catastrophe.
Ooh, yeah.
To avoid upsetting the peace, I told the townspeople that everyone here is a member of the theater troupe, and that you are just an actress playing the role of Furina. It's not a perfect solution, but hopefully it means you won't have to lie low while you're here.
That's so thoughtful of you, Navia.
Well, what do you expect? I am the courageous and considerate president of Spina di Rosula, after all, like my father before me. Anyway, that was all. Look after her now.
Off we go then. Let's take a look up there. I don't have any friends that I can be frank and honest with, so maybe she's right. You're the closest thing to friends that I have.
Oh. Indeed, but damn, that's sad. Man. Suffered through too much.
I'm so grateful that Miss Nafia was so understanding. To be perfectly honest, I didn't know if I was ready to meet her. It's always easiest to just run away from your problems. But that never fixes anything. You can't get around the obstacles without facing them.
So that's why you were nervous when they brought up Poisson.
Yeah. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared of coming back here. Still, I felt it was something I had to do. As I was saying before, I want to see for myself the things that I never could in the past. I'd be overjoyed if the people here could find it in their hearts to forgive me. But they're more likely to unleash a tirade of vitriol against me, which, of course, I completely understand and accept. Yeah, I can tell people are watching me.
Yeah.
I'm sure some people here see the idea of someone coming to Poisson dressed as the Hydro Archon as extremely disrespectful. I used to be terrified of the gaze of other people, especially when they had suspicion or resentment in their eyes. I guess I wasn't quite ready for this after all.
I'm not surprised you're making yourself go through all of this.
I can't let myself see only the things I want to see. How would that make me any different from before?
True.
Look! There seems to be a crowd gathering over there.
Uh-oh.
Probably time we made a move.
High ground.
How about we check out Spina di Rosula's ship? We should have a view of the whole of Poisson from there.
Okay. They need a hydro pump. Enhanced hydro pump now, since he's sovereign. This would be like a hydro cannon. Like the hyper beam version, you know?
I'm sorry. You probably just wanted a relaxing stroll, and here I am dumping all this heavy stuff on you.
We don't mind. It's actually refreshing to see a different side of you.
Great. Well, I appreciate your company, so please don't disappear just yet. I don't know whether you can tell, but the years of suffering and loneliness aren't the only reason I have a hard time facing up to who I used to be. As I stand here by the ship, I can't get the images of the rising water out of my mind. One after another, people were taken by the water. All those treasured lives and memories washed out of existence in an instant. They thought their god would protect them. They had absolute faith that when disaster struck, a divine power would save them from harm. And all the while, I played my part to perfection to convince them that was true. But then the floodwaters finally came, and the Hydro Archon did nothing.
You shouldn't look at it like that. You were only doing your duty.
Yeah. Don't be so harsh.
I've had to go through so many moments like that for the sake of protecting the truth. As time went on, it got harder and harder to bear, and I became more lonely and isolated. Eventually, I realized I had nothing left except the truth. I became terrified of completely failing in my task, and was haunted by the thought of being left all alone, weeping on my throne. Fortunately, we were able to avoid the worst-case scenario thanks to the help of heroic individuals such as yourselves. Everyone rose to their responsibilities, and I finally regained my freedom. But on some level, freedom also means no longer being needed. I have no further use to people.
Paimon would have never imagined you'd see it that way.
Thank you for freedom as a reward.
A reward?
Because now you can finally speak your heart. I like this one.
I guess so. Back then, I didn't even dare to dream about having someone to confide in. I was scared of someone recognizing me for who I truly was, and exposing the secret I swore to protect.
You were kind of just there,
The
yeah.
Furina you see on stage, she is the one you can trust. I had to keep all my feelings, all my curiosity about life to myself. No one could be allowed to know. That's what I really meant when I said I'm no good at maintaining relationships.
So that's where you were coming from. Paimon totally thought you were just a bit of a diva at heart.
Could you please get off my case? I don't know what's gotten into you today. I'm making an effort here. You could at least try to do the same. I do. I once had nothing but the
Read
truth,
the room,
and
Paimon.
now
Come on.
I'm finally free to live my own life again. And even though I have no idea where I'm going right now, at least the choice is in my hands. All right, it's about time to head back. Paulo should have finished the ending by now.
Sure. Okay, let's head back and check it out.
Didn't you say you needed to watch what you eat? You're supposed to be cutting down on fried foods, not wolfing down copious quantities of fish and chips, you know?
Fish and chips are good.
Come on. It's not every day we get to dine at Spina di Rosula's expense. Can you believe how generous she is? I'm not about to pass on free food. Anyway,
Same, dude.
my
Same.
character doesn't need to be slim and good looking. That's your job.
Are you kidding me right now? It's not your character's health I'm worried about, it's yours. I've spent my whole life battling the effects of ill health, and it kills me to watch you willingly ruin yours by filling yourself up with junk all the time.
Oh no, looks like they're arguing again. We're back! Could you maybe put your differences aside for a moment?
Ah, you're back. We've been enjoying Spina di Rosula's VIP treatment in your stead. Paulo's nearly done. We shouldn't have to wait too much longer.
Alright.
So you were discussing your characters, right? We heard she's playing the Oceanid who turns into a human girl. What about you?
Me? I'm an Oceanid too.
He was originally supposed to take the form of a crane, but he outgrew that role. Well, the costume at least.
Slow down.
So now he's playing the boar instead.
Sorry.
The boar's not a bad character, actually. He's the one who raises the little Oceanid, yes?
That's right. He has some pretty memorable lines too, like when he imparts some solemn words of wisdom to the little Oceanid. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Okay.
Wait, that sounds kind of familiar.
It's the most important line in the whole script.
A little too
I think it's a
familiar.
symbolic statement about our director's life and legacy. She kept quiet about all the trials and tribulations she faced in running our troupe, allowing us to devote ourselves fully to performing. It was only after she was gone that we realized how tough her job really was.
You mentioned earlier about the troupe is like your home.
Yeah. I was born with an incurable illness, and once my family found out it couldn't be treated, they decided they didn't want me anymore. I spent some years taking whatever work I could find and trying to manage my illness with various medicines. But whenever I had a bad flare-up, I'd be lying in an alleyway for days at a time. It was like that until the director found me one day. She told me I had a great voice and asked if I was interested in studying singing from her. I said yes. She took me under her wing, taught me to both sing and act, helped me find Mora for my meds.
She's getting off around 10-ish, I think.
I know it was all a huge
But
burden on her.
She sounds like a really incredible person.
She really was. She gave everything she had to her troupe and the people in it. All of us were so proud to call her our director. I was a lost child too when she found me.
if she comes back at
As the
11,
child
I
of
don't
a
know.
murderer. My parents weren't around when I was little, so I got sent to an orphanage. The other kids were always picking fights with me. They'd say things like, "Come on, you must be pretty tough if you're the son of a murderer." It was just to taunt me, though. I was an easy target, and they knew it. One day, I got beaten up so bad that I just couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. I lost all faith in humanity by that point. Thought the whole world was out to get me.
Let me guess. Fortunately, the next person you ran into was the director.
Yeah, for the first time in my life, I was somewhere I felt safe. And I promised myself I'd stay here until the day the group parted ways.
The day you hoped would never come. How times change.
Oh, you're finally done? Get your butt over here. There's someone I need to introduce you to. This is our new artistic consultant, Miss Furina.
Furina? The Furina? Oh my god, how did you manage to wrangle that?
Please, the honor is all mine. I was profoundly moved to hear about your troupe and your wonderful director. I just wanted to do something to help.
Same here.
Even so, this is just... Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I'll try to calm down. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, the script, of course. Let me give you a rundown of how the story unfolds in my version of the script. I'm sure you're already familiar with the beginning of the story. A little Oceanid decides she wants to become a human against the wishes of her family. She finds love and friendship in the bustling city. But then, disaster strikes. The people start to notice that all the fresh water in the surrounding area is slowly disappearing. The soil is becoming arid, plants and flowers are withering, and the people begin to panic. The little Oceanid, Cleo, and her lover decide to do something about it and investigate the truth of the matter together. In the end, they discover that all the waste and pollution created by humans over the years has caused the fresh water to flee the land, as if driven by a consciousness of its own.
Consciousness? You mean the water is sentient?
Water as a conscious entity. There's actually quite a few stories that explore this theme.
Since the little Oceanid is a water spirit, she immediately understands how the water is feeling. She then tells her lover about her true identity, as well as the truth behind the crisis. Her lover accepts her for who she is, and works with her to find a way to bring the water back. However, unbeknownst to them, there were some people eavesdropping when she revealed her secret. The little Oceanid is accused of being directly responsible for driving the water away, and faces the greatest dilemma of her life.
And then?
In the end, she makes the brave decision to sacrifice herself to save her lover, and the rest of humanity.
Huh? But didn't they all treat Cleo like a villain? Why would she want to save them after that?
Well, she mainly wanted to save her lover, plus everyone who'd stood up for her.
Through her love for her human partner, she was able to find an even greater love, one that extended to all of humanity. Surely the biggest strength of Cleo's character.
There's actually something else that bothers me. You know the protagonist is supposed to represent the director, right? And she never had the chance to become a hero in our world. If we're serious about dedicating this show to her memory, we should make the ending as true to life as possible. What about if the little Oceanid is hounded to death by people who hate her, her lover makes sure her secret never gets out, and humanity continues down the path to extinction?
Ooh, that's
That
all.
sounds like too cruel of an ending to me. And perhaps a little irresponsible to present to the audience.
Yeah.
That ending would be a perfect mirror to Director Aureli's death, both arbitrary and meaningless. On the day when she went missing, Director Aurelie had instructed us all, somewhat out of the blue, to leave the court of Fontaine and wait for her outside the city. We waited and waited at the rendezvous point, but she never came. By the time we returned to the city, she disappeared without a trace. We looked for her. The Gardamex looked for her, but she was nowhere to be found. Increasingly, all the signs seemed to point to her being the latest victim in the serial disappearances case.
The director was the kindest soul in the world, yet she was senselessly sacrificed for the sake of a so-called experiment by someone who had nothing to do with her at all.
But doesn't the way she suddenly told you to leave the city suggest that maybe she had some sense of what was about to happen? It almost seems as if she was moving you to safety.
Exactly.
I've been trying to follow up on that ever since, but all my efforts so far have turned up nothing. Villemont might know something, but he won't open up to me.
Villemont? The one who's playing the role of the villain?
Yeah. He's been overwhelmed by grief. I think the director's death hit him hardest of all.
Grief? Guilt, more like. Also, I have a hard time imagining that anyone took it harder than me. Because, well, speaking of the play being true to life, I was deeply, madly in love with Aurelie.
The drama.
What? You kept that one quiet.
The drama.
It's
The
time
tragedy.
to be upfront with you all. No more keeping secrets from each other. We'll never be able to agree on the ending if we can't be honest about how we feel. I did tell her how I felt once, but she turned me down pretty much straight away. She said that we were all like brothers and sisters to her, and she'd never considered us as potential romantic partners. Not that it came as a shock or anything. It was what I was expecting to hear. So I told her I'd always be there for the troupe, and I'd always be there for her. I said, maybe one day in the future, when everyone's settled into their own lives and on the up and up, and managing the troupe no longer required her constant attention, well, maybe then she could reconsider what she really wanted in her life. And now, that day will never come.
Paulo.
So if I'm the one writing this ending, then I'm gonna make sure it does right by Aurelie. I won't let anyone get in the way of that.
In that case, you have to straighten things out with Villemont once and for all, face to face. We've all had our differences of opinion over the ending, but those two have never seen eye to eye on anything. One of them has to compromise if we're ever going to reach a final decision.
Well, if that's where we're at, looks like it's time to go visit Villemont.
Are you ready to face the truth?
Honestly, I'm slightly terrified. But for the sake of our final performance, I'll do whatever it takes. Funny you should ask, though. You really do get what I'm going through right now.
I certainly
Reasons.
do.
Yeah, she
Come on,
does.
everyone. Allons-y.
She knows most of all. A little too well, unfortunately. Like, damn, girl, she needs... I'll check the game real quick. Well, Starro, anyway. We are... We are... loading in... Oh, damn. Hang on. Star Rail update has finished. We are switching streams. This quest will be put on hold. We'll finish it tomorrow. Star Rail has finished updating. I repeat, Star Rail has finished updating. I'll be switching over right now. Thank you for watching the Genshin live stream. Let's hop on over. I'll put the link here. Give me a sec if you haven't gotten it. Link to the Star Rail stream is... I'm actually going to wait a little bit. Because right now it's a little too early, unfortunately. Copy. Alright, here's the link. And, HSO. Let's get to it. Thanks for watching, and I will be there momentarily. Just need to get it set up. Okay? Okay. Take care.